Hello, and welcome back to Dice Dropping's Song of Ice and Fire, to the role-playing game, The Chronicles of House Weirlight. Hi, House Weirlight.
Hello.
Hello, narrator.
Hello.
God, is that you?
No.
It's been a while.
No. There is no God.
God is dead.
God is
I would
dead.
probably say more or less the stranger.
God is dead and I killed him.
And I wear his flesh. All right.
Jesus Christ.
The lotion on the skin?
It's from a book. Anyway, so last time we had, a bit of the wrap up of the feast, had some dessert, it was real nice, and of course a nice healthy amount of jacuse. Jacuse. Adam Dannett finally brought it up, and instead of through official channels, just yelled at the king to do something during his feast. He seemed to listen, though. Both sides were said, and it basically came down to the fact that it's really just a he said, she said situation. So therefore, the gods are to decide in the joust on the morrow. Everyone had some conversations, retreated back, and now we are back at the inn the night of. Before we get going, everybody doing okay? All my players ready to play?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this looking for more consent before you mess with our heads like a couple weeks ago?
I don't know.
In that case,
Like,
okay. We're doing okay.
Yeah, we're doing okay. Everybody else? Yes?
Yep.
Aaron, Heather, David?
Yeah.
My energy drink isn't as good as I was hoping it would be, and I'm sad.
Oh, I'm
Go
so
with
sorry.
bang.
I don't like Bang. They don't carry any of the flavors that are good at my grocer.
Buy them on Amazon.
Like I have time.
Hi.
Expect me to wait?
Bezos.
Expect me to
Either you
wait
don't-
for my energy drink to arrive?
Either you
to
don't
be like,
have
"Let's
them
order."
or you buy them.
Yes.
Anyways,
All right, yep. All right, everybody's looking good. Feeling good.
Tony, are you feeling good?
I am. I'm feeling good. Today was a good day. Thought of something that just made me really smile about tonight, and just held on to that.
Our death is what made him smile about
Oh
tonight.
what? No! If you die, who am I gonna play with?
The new
it's more fun to
character we're
torture. Are
creating.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's torture
We're his
then
favorite
kill.
toys. He knows what he can get out of us, so it's fun.
Yeah. But sometimes
Kill you?
people with toys tend to like to break their toys.
All right. So, now,
I don't like this one anymore.
now everybody, but now before we move on to the next day, is there anyone who needed to have conversation to happen that night? Night of. I'm seeing nodding. I see Thorsten and I see Bailey. All right, so we're gonna go with Clarissa first, and then we're gonna go to Thorsten.
Yeah. This should not come as a surprise, but I'm hoping to speak with Lady Vivienne.
Wait.
Serena
Yeah.
looks so excited. She's like, she picked
Aw.
me. I'm the first on the
Alright.
team.
Are you? How is this happening? Are you coming dead of the night? Are you grabbing her before she lays down for sleep? What's going on?
Yeah, hopefully because I come back later than the rest of them, so hopefully they're already in their room. Tidrick is, if he's there too, that's great, but mostly I'm looking for Vivienne, so I'd hopefully go to their door and knock.
Yep, you can knock a tiny knock.
Yes.
I will open it.
Good evening, my lady. I have some information I think you'll probably like to have before tomorrow.
Excellent. Come in.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tidrick would be there in bed.
Good evening, my lord. Apologies for the late hour.
Good evening.
After the debacle tonight, I briefly spoke with Claude, and he mentioned something that I personally did not see. I cannot verify the information, but it is important, and I do not believe he would lie about this particular thing. He claims to have seen a maker's mark on the shield that Adam has, which would make it one of our shields. He knows the shield because we've had work. The Asterwoods have had work done by them before, as obviously have the Weirlights. So the working theory currently is that it was picked up on a battlefield.
So, going with the idea of this counterfeit that you saw, is that going to help in our case?
It will help as long as they cannot prove that that was made by our people.
Did you speak with this counterfeiter at all? See who...
I did not. I will hopefully speak with them tomorrow or sometime soon. We have currently placed an order for a counterfeit Asterwood shield to be made, so I hope to speak with them soon.
Well, if the shield that Dannett have is authentic, that might not be the best course of action to go, but we have it in case. Did you find out anything else?
Nothing incredibly solid. I did hear something about Henrik being on the docks, Claude said.
Ah, yes. What? I don't know why he was there. He won't tell me. We were told that he was going to see friends and train with, but then he comes in beaten half to death in the hands of, I can only assume, who knows. King's Landing is full of people who want to take advantage of others. So, I'm not sure why he was on the docks. You'll have to pry it out of him. There was something that he did have on his person. It was a knife of some kind. It was dragon bone or something like
dragon
that.
bone handle.
I gave it to Thorsten to look over, but perhaps you should look over it as well. Given the events of tonight, it doesn't seem we are making friends who would give such an expensive gift.
No. I will look into it. Henrik is not performing at his best then.
No.
Understood. I also heard about Mariella's offer to put a good word in with High Garden.
So, or that is nothing we can deal with until after the events of tomorrow. If Henrik, if the Dannett boy defeats Henrik in a joust, which I feel is unlikely, the boy is as green as they come, and at least Henrik has killed men before. But, of course, what does that have to do with the joust?
Well, I will continue to gather more information. I might actually speak with Lord Henrik before I retire for the night.
Very well.
Please just let me know if there is anything else I can do for you, my lord, my lady.
Did you find anything else when you stay behind? There's no one I can think of that, I have a list of houses that would be happy to see us come at the end of this less than prepared. But they are the minor houses in the Reach, but given their silence with everything that happened, and how some of them are very vocal in their dislike of us, I don't know if any of them are behind this altercation that has become of this.
I will look into it. There's nothing that I have for you currently on that information or on the dagger, but it's all good to know. It's another piece.
Right. Well, guess the only thing we can do is wait. If you do speak to Henrik, talk to him only of perhaps what happened while he was at the docks. I'm sure he is very aware of the pressure that is on him, and he can figure it out on his own. I don't think he needs a reminder of everything that's going on.
It would mean bigger troubles if he did need one, my lady. I will bid you good night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I will leave and find Henrik.
Me?
You this time.
Fancy.
Whoa!
Okay, so right before that, we're going to go to
Perfect.
Thorsten. Now, Thorsten, what is it that you want to do this very night?
Well, I was under the impression that the almighty narrator narrated for me
A
at
bit.
the feast, and I would like to make a medical check to see for Mr. Dannett to see if he may have been poisoned, or if I can think of anything that would prevent him from eating or drinking.
Sure, if there's something like that. Yeah, one moment. Yeah, let's make sure we're gonna roll the right thing here. Doopy doopy doo. Doop doopy doo.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Here we go. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah. Wow, God, I really hate how this book is laid out. It's like,
You should take some screenshots of it. And,
I mean,
specific things.
I have of a few, but not of the thing I'm looking for. Unfortunately, of the exact thing. Can always find it one way, but can never find it another.
Yes.
All right, we'll go with here. All right. Okay, well, I know where that is now. Okay, yeah. So I think, well, you can't really. You don't have like time, like alone time with him at the
No, I
moment.
know I don't have alone time. So what I was thinking was more because obviously him throwing death glares at us all night,
Yeah.
and me noticing him not eating and drinking, I would be able to ponder at what could have been poisoned him if he was poisoned, or what could have been given to him. So I was thinking either a straight healing or even a straight knowledge check.
Okay.
Just to think of something along those lines.
All right, so I'm going to say, since you have, I'm gonna say this is going to be a diagnosis check.
Okay, I don't have a diagnosis, so just straight healing.
Straight healing. So hold on.
Got
it. So because you're really just hearing the you don't even know the symptoms. You're just sort of watching him and sort of guessing. Plus, he's not here. The TN's going to be 17.
Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready. You ready? 19. There, you get it just enough. So in your mind, you're kind of thinking, is there could his lack of appetite and irritability be caused by a poison? That's what you're trying to determine from this?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so it could be, yeah. There are several poisons that you're aware of that can absolutely cause symptoms of that nature. It would depend on what poison, when he was poisoned, how he was poisoned.
Many different factors.
But you're in your mind, you don't necessarily believe you'd be reaching if someone's like, if you found out he got poisoned, Is it a fatal poison? Maybe. Usually with that kind of thing, often comes with a little bit more signs.
Yeah.
Now, it's hard to determine if the irritability is even a symptom because he's Adam Dannett.
Yeah.
And that's sort of his default, is just
irritable,
upset, generally.
Not even irritable, just upset.
Just upset.
I was gonna call him.
Yeah. But there's a couple poisons that sort of, jump.
Just jump to my fourth option.
Yeah. Kind of jump to your mind. It's kind of a large number. It's also just certain chemicals, like certain even
He
normal.
could literally
things
just have a really long hangover, for all we know.
For all you know, yeah. But I will say with a 19 and you rolled over 17, you don't feel like that's necessarily a crazy thing, but you'd have to like look at him more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if that turned out to be a thing, you wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
You notice there could have been several people at that thing that could have been poisoned in one way or another. A lot of poisons, a lot of nobles do that. It's not even necessarily even a remotely lethal poison. It might just be like to get people sick.
Mm-hmm.
Just
especially
things.
Before a tournament.
A tournament. Yeah. Oh yeah, cheating is a really common thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not, but like it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's only cheating if you're caught.
Exactly.
So, and then one more thing. Obviously, I'd like to look over the knife.
You want to look over the knife?
Yeah, just kind of see if I can figure out its origins.
Its origins?
I want to know its origin story. Were its parents killed in an alley?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Yeah. So you kind of you'll unravel the knife. Quite a hefty, beautiful thing. It's very
ceremonial.
Yes, very much so. It's not in no way in your mind is like
used for combat.
Yeah.
This is not practical.
No, this is exactly. There's nothing practical about this knife. It's weighted strangely. It's very much ornamental. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful knife. Very much has lacked the decorum of a lot of like ceremonial knives. Like has no gems or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you want to look it over, so you want to try and you want to see if you can recall any kind of like history of something like this, or did you want to physically look it over?
Do I have time to do both?
I mean, yeah.
Then I'd like to do both. I'd like to see if I can think of anything off the top of my head.
Sure. So this would be a general knowledge test.
Okay.
It's not very high.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
I get a +4.
Of course you do. 26. Yeah. So that's nearly 4 degrees of success. Yeah, I mean, so bone daggers were very common given as gifts by the Targaryens. It was like it was their it was their Christmas card essentially. Like if they were thinking of you and you did a good job, Targaryen, receiving a dragon bone hilted dagger was pretty common. You definitely can tell this is 100% dragon bone. You saw enough dragon bone at the Citadel to know it by touch and sight. The strange color of it sort of gives it away, and the fact that after all these years it's still sturdy. It's definitely been lacquered, but this is good. It's now, to your mind, this is not a particularly greatly made one. There are ones that have innate carvings and all kinds of filigree to them. This is a very plain one. While beautiful in design, it's quite plain. The only kind of Fance work on it is the at the pommel, the pommel, yeah, the bottom of the hilt has this sort of like lovely, almost crown feature to it, and that looks quite nice. But the rest is just a very simple handle and a very lovely curved blade.
With the amount of degrees of success that I have rolled, would I be able to possibly know when it was made?
Oh, sure, I would say so. You guess this was probably made not too long ago. Your guess is as little as 50 years.
Okay.
It's not that old. The blade's new for sure. It's been replaced.
Use the handle.
Yeah, it's been replaced in like the last 5 years or so. But
Okay.
the handle itself, yeah, it was probably made not more than 50 years ago.
Okay. And then with said dagger, would I be able to tell if it was used for nefarious things, or was it more of just an ornamental piece to put up on the mantle?
Well, the history of these kind of things were generally just like a trophy. Again, this one's kind of
Odd.
It's odd in how plain it is for this style. Whatever Targaryen fashioned this was ranked branch Targaryen for someone they liked but just couldn't get good quality bone or whatever. You're not really sure. There's no maker's mark on it.
Okay.
Which you do see strike as a bit odd. Because usually the guys who made these were like, I made it. They're very big on this, but there is no maker's mark on this, which either means they weren't proud of their work, or it might
fake.
Yeah, it might be a really good fake, but this is real dragon bone. It's not, but it's a bit of an odd duck.
That's a way to go for a fake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My next thing then is, would I be able to take apart the dagger, or with the same roll, or would that be?
I mean, you don't
just
really have tools, and you also I don't know if you really know how to replace a blade of a dagger. What with your one in fighting? You're not even actually sure how to hold this thing.
Well, it's ceremonial. I mean, I know how to hold a knife to
you
do surgery on someone. So I mean,
yes, you do.
So I mean,
I'm holding it by the tip like a like a dead bug.
Fascinating.
Okay. So that'll be on my to-do list then.
If you want to then kind of physically look it over, you totally can. It's a awareness test just to see if you notice any strangeness about it. Because you said you wanted to do that, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Awareness, please. 13. Yeah, you're kind of looking it over, and it's taking a little bit, and you kind of fiddle with the pommel, and it twists.
Secret compartment.
Okay, I'm going to set it down on my desk, table, whatever's in my room, my bed, whatever, and slowly start to take it apart. That way I can...
As you begin to slowly twist, there's a knock on your door.
I wrap it back up, put it under my pillow. That way it doesn't look anything, and I go answer the door.
It's Clarissa, because you and Henrik share a room.
Hello, Clarissa.
Good evening, Boston. How has your night been?
It's been pretty good so far.
Oh, well, that's a new answer. I haven't heard that one yet. I appreciate it.
I know. You come in, I will show you.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Thorsten seems very excited.
Yes, that always means good things for me, so I will enter the room.
Yep.
And-
You do see Henrik's body on his bed, his breast rising and falling, specifically turned away from the rest of the room, facing the wall.
The light was bothering him.
Yeah, there's a single candle. Seems Thorsten is, of course, burning the midnight oil as usual.
All the way probably till the 3 a.m. oil.
Mm-hmm.
So I pull the knife back out and unwrap it, and
You see a dragon bone dagger, Clarissa.
In the world.
I explain everything that I've come across about it so far, and you got here at the good part as I slowly start to twist the hilt as it comes apart. You knocked right as I was doing this.
Oh, apologies.
And as you fully do, it slides out. And there's something connected to the pommel as it fully slides out. You see it's a glass vial.
What does it appear to look like in the glass vial? Just by color.
There's nothing. It's empty.
Oh, it's empty.
Except, actually, there is something, as Clarissa kind of sees it through the thing. At the very bottom of the glass vial, which is mostly clean and empty, there is but the tiniest traces of a liquid.
This is the dagger that Henrik had on the docks?
Yes.
I just can't leave, I guess. I should never be gone longer than a couple hours.
Gotta chain them to me.
Yeah. Sorry, you're going to be handcuffed to your mom permanently?
What? Can you discern what was in there?
I'm going to do my best.
So, Thorsten, if you want to know what that liquid is, you will need a full laboratory and probably at least a day of work.
Okay.
Luckily, you are in King's Landing.
Mm-hmm.
And the Maester convention does open tomorrow, and there will be laboratory.
Yes, there will. So, I will figure this out tomorrow.
And we can all, both of us, agree, hopefully Henrik too tomorrow, that this should not remain in his presence. He should not keep this.
He will not be getting this dagger back until I figure out everything to do with and or what was done with this dagger in any way, shape, or form. And then, even then, I will be giving it to the Lord or Lady.
What? That brings me to my point of even coming here. What happened? He was brutally attacked on the docks?
That's as much as I know.
And he's not talking?
And unless we can get him to talk in his sleep, nope.
Okay. Well, I don't know about you, but I am not sleeping tonight. Too much to be done. But I will see you in the morning.
I'll see you in the morning as well.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, we shall move on to the morning.
Today's the joust, right?
Yes.
I get up real early. I have armor to get.
Yeah, so I will say, we're just gonna kind of be skipping around, but Naimora, as you are up, a young boy, looks maybe 7. His hands are heavily bandaged. He's got a bit of a tan, mess of dark hair, dark eyes. You He doesn't look familiar to you, but he comes like right up to you. He goes, Miss.
Yes.
I was like, your arm is done.
All right. Thank you.
I'm supposed to take you back. He said you're supposed to drop whatever you're doing and come get it.
You know what? I go with him. Just wherever I am.
Yep. Good. He just like turns around and just starts running.
Just all right. I don't run, but I follow at a slightly quickened pace.
All right. And we'll cut away from you.
Mhm.
And imagine as the sun trickles in, Thorsten, are you headed to the convention grounds or somewhere else, or do you want to stick with Henrik for a moment?
I'm going to stick with Henrik for a little bit, just make sure he's up, and then I don't know if you saw my question.
So, if you would like to ask me in game now, you may.
Yes. I was wondering, would Thorsten know or think it was cheating or anything like that if I gave Henrik a little bit of milk of the poppy just to help him, because he was literally beaten to a pulp.
So yeah, you can give. You think it'd be okay to give? Just
give
basically
what you cut out.
Give him basically basically 2 sips of it.
Okay.
Not a swallow. 2 sips.
Yeah, just
that's how it's measured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to take the edge off.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do because of his altercations.
Yep. 2 sips.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That is what I will do when he stirs awake.
Oh yeah, no, he wake. I'm guessing you wake up.
I hope I wake up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he wakes up too.
Yeah. No.
I hope
Yeah,
I
no,
wake
and
up.
I'm sure all of House Weirlight is up quite early this day.
I'm telling Kale and Hendrik's guards when they go with him to get his horse, make sure to very clearly check over the horse, make sure nothing's been tampered with.
Yep.
While it's been mandated by the king, people get creative.
Yeah, they say they actually Jean will tell you. He goes, Kale stood guard all night, man.
Excellent.
Oh.
I feel like Mariella, it's like with Constance coming in partway through the night, it's like, yes, she slept, but it was not like deep rest.
It was not deep, no.
No.
It was not REM sleep?
No. She didn't hit
No.
REM.
Dreams. Yeah.
I think she would probably want to check in with Henrik. It's been enough time where I think she can talk to him.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think, while the light outside is still sort of gray, before the sun has really come to its coronad, I think the tavern is already kind of bustling with energy. A lot of people are already up, moving about. Maids got up extra early, made sure everyone looks appropriate for the proceedings. I'm sure they mentioned Lady Weirlight would not allow a hair out of place, especially today.
That look.
Says it all.
Yeah. So everybody gets real pretty. So you will probably, because of the thing, you will probably be able to speak to your brother in his tent. But quite early, Henrik is basically whisked away to the arduous process of getting plate strapped to his body.
Okay. Would it be possible then if, like, I'm checking his room, he's not there? Is Thorsten still there, or has David already gone wherever?
Well, as soon as Henrik leaves, I'm going to be not like immediately heading over to Maestercon, obviously eating breakfast and all that stuff. But for the most part, I'm going to be getting ready to be leaving shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, then I think I probably sit with Thorsten.
Okay. I'm just saying I'm just saying we could also just cut to you being with Henrik in the tent.
I'm okay with kind of playing out with whatever anybody else might want to do prior to the tent stuff. Mariella has had lots of time to have her mind go fucking crazy because she didn't hit REM sleep, so she's thinking of like all the horrible shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's hanging out with.
Yeah, because I'm kind of jumping around.
Yeah, I would like to talk to just, I guess, maybe it doesn't really need a scene for it, but I just want to give like words of encouragement to my husband and my daughter, because fucking shit's gonna go down.
All the crap.
Absolutely. I'm sure everyone's coming out looking their best.
Yeah. So before Mariella goes downstairs, I guess I want to catch her, because I'm sure I'm the last one to go downstairs because things. But yes.
I'm in that room.
Mariella, I'm sorry that your evening was cut short. It seemed like you were having a great time.
Very little can control Adam Dannett, so.
No matter the outcome of the first of this event, know that I will be on your side to make sure that that you can continue to enjoy your life. Your brother's actions and the actions of others shouldn't have to dictate, at least to a wide degree, your path.
I think this is just going to be one step after the other, and hoping that Henrik does not get further injured with having to deal with all of this.
Well, let's hope Adam Dannett is as green as everyone says he is. But,
It probably shows on my face. I was hoping Thorsten could maybe give me something. With not being able to get much rest. Currently with the Dannets, how close are they to losing their hold?
I am not sure. If the rumors are correct that they were ready to marry off Iris to a merchant, that is the only thing I know of that is that is a very desperate move. To marry off a first daughter to someone with wealth is drastic.
Iris, I believe, is the only daughter, isn't she?
I do not know if unless I need to roll
Narrator.
for that.
No, spot check us.
Yeah, she's the only daughter, but yeah, I mean, that's even more.
Then even more concerning. That is.
Yeah.
So, it's just Adam, Iris, and Lord Dannett in a house that is declining. Wouldn't that be easy prey for someone?
I suppose, but Iris is gone, as far as we know, missing. Seven Protector, wherever she may be.
I'm not quite sure what you might have found while around. It's just, until an answer is given, I don't underestimate Iris's drive for survival.
I don't either, but I have questioned to see if her mother's family is here, but I've heard nothing. Perhaps Yes, I can do so today after the joust, seeing which way the wind falls. But even if she had her mother's family to run off to, there's really... A girl on her own is a very dangerous thing. Even as clever or as you claim her to be. But yes, that thought has crossed my mind. A home with only one heir, in decline. People extending out hands of friendship look very inviting, but we saw last night that friendship is very hard to come by in tight situations.
True friendship, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And let's hope that, regardless of everything that happens, Henrik wins, but Adam comes away in one piece as well.
I hope so as well. We'll keep eyes out on it. And Marilla, you'll be faced with today until the events of the joust are completed. I'm sure you already know. You're very clever. Those who once greeted you very warmly might give you a cold shoulder, but that does not dictate your worth.
I am hoping to hold my head high and have Henrik prove that his training with Nymora and our guards have proved fruitful and be able to show that regardless, we are who we are.
Yeah, it's a very good teachable moment. See who still greets you warmly and who keeps you coldly, and then when the wind blows, know who you can trust. But I won't worry you too much. You're burdened with enough intelligence as it is. You look beautiful. I'm gonna go.
If there was ever to wear a red one day, today is it for a fuckashella. Because she not talking to me.
Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. And you said you wanted to talk to Thurston about getting.
I probably look like I have had very little sleep.
So you're trying to get something to give you energy or something that helps you sleep?
Probably something to like slightly perk me up.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it's like I'm assuming I was very in and out after Constance came back.
Sure.
So it's like either like, hey, have caffeine, or here's a specific type of tea, or whatever. It's like just something. Because if I have to go and have this face in front of all of courtdom, then I would like to just see what he might recommend.
I mean, Thorsten, yeah, you could make a healing test to
make an espresso.
Caffeine.
Oh, no, there's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
There's always a thing.
Yeah, if you want to make a healing test.
barista check, sorry.
Yeah, if you want to make what's called a healing test there, you can see if you can help her a bit.
14.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You have this you have Tinksy powder that you can easily mix into a cold drink, and very, very low amount of drinks, very low amount of liquid, and then you just have her take a big old shot of it, and it should give her a bit of energy. And also liken the effects of taking cocaine.
Oh, lovely. Awesome.
Drink this thing
Great.
that I found outside.
Sure.
Here you go.
Well, I found this in the hilt of a dagger.
No. I don't trust no clear liquid. For all I know, that's iocane powder, and then we have a test of wits. Tony, I lost you for a sec, so I'm just going to do a refresh. I'm sorry, everybody, for a hot second.
Yeah, I lost Tony as well.
Yeah, no, my camera stopped working, and now it is suddenly. So, Yay, technology!
Got everybody back. Okay. Sorry, everybody.
Okay. So, yeah, all right. So that's good. Glad. Mariella's got her bump for the day.
Oh God. Whew.
It's okay. I'm our dealer.
Yep.
My
Indeed.
dealer lives in house.
All right. While Henrik is setting up in his tent and getting all of his stuff on, does anyone want to come and talk to him?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, his papa.
Oh God, everybody's refreshing.
You're the only one that I can't see anymore, Aaron.
Yeah.
I can see everybody fine.
Nope. I have lost Jesse through Heather.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, let's all refresh then.
No, please don't.
Oh, God, hold up.
Jesse's the only one I missed.
Wait.
Technical difficulties.
There we go.
Okay.
Everybody just wanted to see Tony's face. That's all this is.
Yes.
Really did.
Yep, that's what it was.
All right. So, Henrik, you are kind of having your padded armor being placed on over you by two of your men. They are kind of yanking it down, and you're just trying to be like gentle.
Yeah, really gritting my teeth at this point. Wishing I had a full gulp of milk the poppy, not a few sips.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally cursing Thorsten, but, getting over it. Everything's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. And you already have your greaves put on. And yeah, Tiedrick, you walk into the tent, and you see your son being suited up.
Getting his armor donned.
For his joust.
Yeah.
You see your papa walk in, Henrik.
That smile of a proud father comes across his face as he walks up to Henrik. Son, I am very proud of what you are doing. You are stepping up not only for yourself, but for the entire family. And know that no matter what happens, your father still loves you.
Your right arm is being lifted as a greave is being strapped on.
Yeah.
They're the help. They just keep working.
I know. Once they don't matter. It's not people.
Mm-hmm.
It looks kind of like at a loss for words. Not sure. This isn't the conversation he thought he was gonna have with his father right now, so I wasn't sure if he thought of this. If this didn't happen, this whole situation with Dannett's, I think I would be so anxious and excited to, and as much as I could, or at least prove that I could do well. I know I can fight, and I'm forces, but doesn't matter now. Just have to win this one. I don't care if I'm get hit into the dirt for the rest of the day or made a fool of. I just have to do this one. Sorry about the mess that I caused you and our house. And
I must also apologize to you. I should not have been set off the way I was.
Honestly, with everyone else's reaction, it felt probably like I deserved it. So.
I should know not to lead by how my father taught me. So, the paths that are put before us are placed there to make us stronger. So no matter where this path leads, know you will be stronger after you have completed it.
Yeah. It's really hard and long path to get through.
I understand. But don't worry. You will get through it.
Left arm for a pink. Okay. Yeah.
I will place, now that they're working on his left arm, I'll place my left hand on his right shoulder. Pat him. Gently.
Thank you.
But
Dislocate.
And then give a bit of a firm grip. Not like to hurt you or anything, just
Armor on, so I don't think I would feel it that much. You're good.
well, you got your greaves, not your pads.
Is that what it was? Okay. I don't know armor terminology, guys.
You got your
it's all good.
basically your arm piece on.
I was wondering what that was.
Shoulder.
I was like,
Your pauldrons.
You're
is
putting
the
out your
shoulder
pauldrons.
part.
thank you.
Know that you have made me proud for what you have done. And the fact that you would stand by the lady that of your choosing. That makes me prouder than any father could be. Good luck. May the 7 be with you. And I will turn and leave.
Alrighty. All right. So, Henrik, what is your face when your dad leaves?
Kind of relief, I guess, that this went a little better than I thought, and that there's no lingering anger with me and my father right now, and that's good because I don't know how this fight's going to turn out, and I'd rather us be in a good place, and I think that happened. So I'm relieved, but also kind of quickly get back into focus, being like, right, yeah, let's go. Dawning on what's shortly going to happen soon.
All right, cool. Hey, Clarissa, what are you doing?
Oh boy. My responsibilities. That's what I'm doing. So
My job.
I am setting up any horses that need to be set up. I am making sure with the guards and the help that everything is in place, like 4 times over. I'm making sure that everything is in place.
Yeah.
And in my very limited spare time, I am panicking. So I hope that helps.
Understood.
A quick panic attack in there, just squeeze it in. And
I imagine, Naimora, you are essentially just posted right outside Henrik's tent, just because shit's been crazy lately.
Chippy cray.
But we don't. But you have gone to. You've got your armor. We see you standing outside the tent in a quick thing, but we'll. You've gotten your armor. We'll have a little thing. So for now, and then Thorsten, are you sticking around to see the results, or are you just going to work?
I'm going to be going to work. I will hear about the results at the dinner table.
All right, yeah, Maester. Absolutely.
Figure out what this mysterious liquid is.
All right. So yeah, we see Thorsten quickly moving through moving through the streets and heading towards this large domed building currently being used for the Maester's convention. As you quickly walk in, nobody stops you. You are wearing Maester garbs and have chains wrapped around your shoulders, and look somewhat unkempt.
As is standard
The
for all
3
Maesters.
signs of you being a maester: robes, chains, unkempt.
Essentially.
Got that sweaty, learned look.
and you briskly come in. You see there are several long tables set up. You see curtained areas with laboratories and demonstration setups and lots of other things. There are a few other maesters, generally the younger ones. A lot of them are here. You also see several quite old maesters also here. They're playing basically it looks like two different board games simultaneously, and a few of them kind of look up and kind of go back to what they were doing. Nobody's really being that social yet. Nothing's started. Everyone's just sort of setting up. You do see like an older maester screaming at two young boys in brown robes, which they are like essentially like prospects of maesters, like basically screaming to not drop those copper pipes as they wheeling in several looks like just a load of copper essentially in just pipe form. But yeah, do you just hijack a laboratory?
Yes.
All right. Go in the laboratory, throw the curtain behind you. You notice there is, in fact, above you, a hole that goes all the way up, and you see light coming through. So you won't, die of smoke. Well, more
not
from
only
the
that,
chemical
but
fumes.
I'll also know what time of day it is.
Yes, that's another thing. So yeah, and you want to set to work. Okay, so we're gonna have you do a roll.
A what?
We're gonna have you do a roll right now.
Okay.
But
research.
Well, hold on. And then at the end of the day, I'll tell you what happened and what you got.
Okay, that's fine. Is it research?
Well, let me think. No, it is not. It is a straight knowledge test.
Okay, then. Are you ready?
I am ready. 25.
Jeez.
It's not bad. Yeah.
I'm going to use my lucky. I want to see if I can get better.
You want to see if you can better? Okay.
Because I take whatever the better is.
I know.
Tony's crying.
25. All right. It's going to take all day.
That's fine.
But here we go.
I don't need food.
I don't need
When an 18 is a low roll.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Right.
Thorsten is here for two things.
That is actually a 29 because I get a +4 for my cunning master.
Yes, of course. Of course.
I wanted to make sure I told you now before I forgot.
Yep. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I will tell you.
Horrible number.
It was a TN 12.
Okay.
So just awesome.
Just letting you know.
Okay.
So that's 4 degrees of success. But at the end of this, we'll see what happens.
Everyone helping Thorsten.
And let's see if Thorsten makes it to the end of the day.
Ominous.
Yep. He'll say through blooded breath, just like, it was. It'll be great.
It was
So
Joffrey.
yeah, the 7-year-old.
The 7-year-old.
All right. So, Henrik's being set up. We're about to go into a joust. Mariella.
I will be right back.
Okay. Hi.
Hello?
Did you want a last moment to talk to your brother
I think
before
so.
he might, become permanently blinded,
Yeah.
die.
He might
shatter
not
his
come back
kid.
the same way he's leaving. Yeah.
Yeah.
He might come back very special.
I might,
We don't know.
We don't know.
Ooh,
Yeah. I think maybe I get in while they're doing the last little bits of applying armor.
Yeah. Pauldrons are on.
Okay.
You're almost ready to go.
I'll say the feet pieces, but probably not. You put the legs. So never mind.
Yeah, I feel like I maybe kind of go over to where the helmet is, and like I pick it up and I kind of hold it, and like I kind of get like, I'm not like super like on top of him, but like I kind of get close enough so then like he can see me.
All right.
I see her think and kind of shocked that she actually came in. I don't think I've like spoken to her for a while.
I figured you would appreciate if I didn't act like our septa, which is why I did not talk to you yesterday.
It's alright. Yesterday was a lot. You look really pretty. I didn't say that to you yesterday, but you look really nice. And I'm pretty sure that wasn't the dress you originally planned for, but still.
Ashella decreed one thing. I have chosen today.
Glad.
Are you okay?
They asked me that after the joust, but there's probably a good possibility that I definitely will not be okay after the joust. So I suppose times any. Well, I guess that's okay because I'm pretty sure at this point the gods are serving whatever justice they seem fit because they're petty and cruel fucks.
I suggest you don't necessarily say that near our mother or her parents.
Oh.
But hopefully you can tell me afterwards what path took you to whatever happened the other day. I will say, knowing Adam, he will probably try to be as aggressive as possible.
I would think so. If his mood this past couple of days has shown anything else, yeah, I would agree.
So I would say joust wisely.
Mostly I'm just hoping with the way Iru's been acting up that I can just stay on my horse, but we'll see.
Well, hopefully you unhorse him, and if he demands a melee, see if you can turn to the king and prove that honor has been dealt with. But if he decrees it so, we would continue. But I imagine it would do better if we show some mercy to Adam if we manage to unhorse him. Because we've made the argument that he's been uninformed. And I proceed to like hand the helmet over to like Kale or whoever is like dressing him.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, he just basically nods as he takes it. All right.
I'll just kind of like smile. I imagine like they kind of have like this small like, we know not everything's perfect, but like we're okay right now. kind of a
just
thing.
Sort of like, hey, like.
It's like, we still need to talk, but
Absolutely.
This is more important.
And I hope that if I do survive and if we come out of this, hopefully in a better place than we started out, I do want to talk to you. We haven't done that in a while.
Well, first unseat Adam. So then we can put the rest of this assembly of bloodthirsty individuals into proper place. And then hopefully we can have words.
I hope that in the next few hours, the worst of my troubles is going to be preparing for you to yell at me when we get home and Honestly, I can't wait for that.
I will channel our Septa as much as possible to live up to those expectations.
Do it well, so yeah.
I'll kind of just like maybe like put a hand on the gauntlet and then like just kind of like nod and like head back out to like join the parents and people for wherever we have to sit and observe things. But yeah.
You get good seating for this shot? Is there a trend like it? Or
Front
like
row?
the royal or like
yeah.
front row? Really, what is it?
Yeah, you
I
guys
think
have
we
really great
mentioned
seating.
before, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you guys get good seating. You're nobles.
I think you said like there were like platforms or something for like
Yeah, you have
noble
you have-
families.
Yeah, I mean, you guys. I mean, you're sitting down.
Yeah.
You have a seat, so that obviously means you. You know, it's pretty good because most of the other people watching are standing. Because you know, people, small folk.
They don't get to sit.
No. Yeah, so we kind of quickly get a nice look over the pitch. We sort of hear a lot of excitement. It's a bit of a gray day. Heavy not heavy clouds, but clouds, not much sky, but sun piercing through it. The pitch is quite well made. Fences set up. You know, stands surrounding all of it with key openings for people to come in and out. You know, quite different looking from the kind of joust we see in the very beginning of the Game of Thrones, where it's just sort of one of those random ones. This is much bigger, a much bigger display. Yes, much grander. And in the main stands, we do see House Weirlight kind of sitting down and being set up. You guys are, you know, third row up. Pretty dang good seats.
Mm-hmm.
You're not, of course, sitting in a box because only the royal family is sitting in a box. But there they are, though. Well, King Robert's not here yet, but probably. But Queen Cersei's here. And there's you know, a young boy sat on her lap with golden hair, who seems to be very excited. But yeah, there are many people about. We see Tedric, Vivian, and I mean, at this point, I don't know if we'd see Carissa there, but definitely Tedric and Vivian. They're definitely sitting there. Kind of waiting. There are other houses around. Nobody's really greeting you. Nobody's like glaring at you by any means. But if you like say hello, they'll like nod at you politely. But there is no attempt to engage.
It's just polite smiles and nods. I'm not extending. Yeah, I'm not extending greetings either. But I am clocking bitches all day. I'm like, okay, I got you.
Okay. All right, good to know. Vivian is clocking bitches.
I think Mariella maybe like does like a general like understanding of like, okay, that's where Ashella is. That's where who is. But like the only face like she maybe like checks to see like what's going on is Sylvie's face. It's like see where like Kevin and Sylvie might be hanging out because they are family, and I just want to see how family's reacting.
Maria, you're kind of coming up into going to sit next to your parents, kind of looking around, and you do as you sit, you see across on the right side. There's sort of a smaller section of the joust. It's not a great view because it's not a side view, but you do see your cousin Sir Kevin Manning. And you see Sylvie sat next to him. You recognize them quite easily. The colors kind of give them away. They're like the only yellow thing in that group. So so you do see them. But everyone seems to just sort of be talking, and this is sort of a general thing, and a lot of people are seemingly excited. It looks like it'll be a little while before everything's filled. King's
I
not
was wondering
here.
if I could see the like the Dolvers or gosh, who was it? The one I just made friends with.
Rawls?
Rawls, that's right, the Rawls.
You do. Yeah, you do see the Rawls. They're quite easy to spot. They're on the opposite side of you. Richard has a bright red outfit on, and there's a lovely blue dress on his wife next to him. And they're kind of speaking to each other, and everyone seems, it's hard to read this area, but lots of people showed up. Usually the first joust show up for. There's a lot of people here.
It's kind of an important joust.
Yeah, I mean, everyone kind of knows what this is about a little bit.
Because of Adam's blow up,
Yeah. It is at this point, though, but you see the Dannett flag is up now, and Adam does come out on his horse. He has refitted plate armor on. Like, it's definitely wasn't originally designed for him, but it has reworked to fit him, and it fits him pretty well. His helmet's still up, and let's see here. Of the three of you, what are your passive awarenesses?
The three of who?
Our three family members who are in the crowd.
You mean
currently.
Serena.
Passive awareness.
Let us check.
Hold on. Let me open up awareness. 16. 1-6.
Minus 12.
12.
Okay. So Mariella, you kind of look over and you're like, oh, yep, there's Adam. And then you notice, Adam doesn't look too good.
Oh, man.
Adam looked really pale, actually. And he's sweating a lot.
Yeah.
He has dark circles under his eyes. You see the group of knights that are always with him all around him. And it looks like they're talking to him continuously. And he keeps shaking his head over and over again.
Oh, God. I think if I'm sitting next to my mother, it's like,
You are.
I will be right back. And, like, I want to see if I can go down towards, like, where, like, whoever is, like, doing the flag thing
Sure, yeah.
is. And
unfortunately, there are seemingly guards guarding the entry to the pitch, and the flag man is on the pitch.
That's cool. I would like to then talk to the guards and be like,
sure.
This is a joust of honor. It seems like one of the contestants is not feeling well.
They look at each other and
considering
look at you.
my family is the other party.
They still look at each other and look at you and go,
If you could just have someone just see how, please, it's a matter of honor and multiple things at stake.
Make a persuasion convince roll.
Man. Let's minimize that thing. I just have persuasion, no convince. I am using a destiny die.
Okay.
Boom.
Sure. Sure, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
That is significantly better.
Yeah.
all 6s in a 1. Yeah. Yeah. So they go, of course, one moment, and one of them goes off and he just goes we'll ask. Yeah, and the guy runs off, talks to, you see him kind of talk to the sort of, some of the people around the pitch, and they talk and they look over and they nod, and one of them runs off to Adam and begins to speak to him. And Adam looks down at him and nods. Nods. He looks and looks like there's a couple people all talking. One of the guys next to him just starts shaking his head and talking to them. Adam audibly you can kind of, so a lot of people kind of turn to look because he kind of says a bit loud, loudly, "I'm fine," and people kind of quiet down.
Do people also notice me down by like the guard and the pitch?
People are starting to look at stuff. Yeah,
That's fine.
God. 7 hells.
And at this point, Tidrick, Vivian, you're now looking at Adam, and he don't look good. He looks sick.
I'm just gonna look up. It's like, do you test me? Really? Today?
Call it off.
It's not going to be our decision. They're going to call us cowards if we do so. If the same number of guards who left Mariella comes back, I won't intervene, but if more people start coming toward her, I will go down to her, but
no.
Okay.
The guard comes back and basically is like, Lord Adam says he is fit for fighting.
His maester has cleared it.
He shrugs and he goes, "It does not, honestly, my lady, it doesn't matter who says anything unless the king says he can't fight and he says he can, he fights." He does look a bit peaky, I suppose, but they kind of like shrug and like basically they've done everything they have the power to do.
Are any of our guards here at all?
I mean, they're about if you need them.
Yeah, I would. Ooh, Micah is with me. Since Tidrick is with me, I will tell Micah to go. Do we tell Thorsten or Clarissa? I don't know where. Fuck.
Clarissa is probably closer. If that helps at all.
Yes.
But here's the thing: we know where Thorsten is. Micah is never gonna flank Clarissa if she chooses not to. So.
I don't know if we have the luxury of time for it.
We don't. I'm going to tell him to see if he can get just give him a message to Thorsten telling him that Adam Dannett looks unwell and to be prepared for the outcome. Adam Dannett looks unwell. I won't say be prepared for the outcome because if someone else intercepts that message, I don't want to be incriminated. So.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yep. Micah will go run across all of King's Landing to go find him.
If there is no way I can maybe like convince like some sort of like either a postponement or something, it's like I have tried all I can.
Basically, if both combatants said I'm ready to, they're fighting.
Okay.
You know, if Adam's like my tummy hurts, I don't want to, then yeah, it wouldn't happen. But he says fine.
Is the Maester Convention across King's Landing? I thought it would be near the.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so the pitch is outside of King's Landing. And
okay.
the Maester's Convention is in the Alchemist Guild, which is near the Red Keep, which is right on the other side.
Okay.
Does that change what you were thinking?
Yeah, no, if that changes what you want to be done, then it can.
Yeah, no, that will. I'll just tell them to. No, I won't tell them this in a minute. We'll tell Thorsten when we see him again. That's too far away, and if shit goes down, I want the guards around my family. So
fair enough. All right, so that is beginning to set up. Henrik, Kale, kind of. You walk with Kale to your
Oh God, does Henrik see me like
No, not yet.
like walking back from the guard?
No.
Okay.
No, you're.
Cool.
You walk to your horse, and he helps you get up on it. And he kind of looks up at you and hands you your helm. He goes,
Thanks.
"You ready, my lord?"
Suppose I have to be.
Well, for what it's worth, I think you're gonna lay that prat out.
Thanks, Cal.
If it's all right to say, my lord.
Yeah. Honestly, helps. Thank you, Cal.
Right. So, you and Kale go out onto the pitch. He kind of erects the Weirlight flag. People begin to pay more attention. Lances are being brought in on both sides. Yes, Diedrich. Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Actually, I have a couple. Number one,
Okay.
would I have any weapons with me, or would my guards have them?
On you, probably not.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah, it's been uncouth.
Number two,
Sure.
I would like someone to inspect the lances before this is all done with.
Okay.
Before it starts.
You want to try and
I want someone to inspect our lances.
Your lances. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can just send word down. That can be done immediately. And your lances can be quite thoroughly checked. Yeah, so Henrik, you're kind of getting set up. You're ready about to go. Suddenly, you see one of the other guards kind of run in and talk to Kale and go, nods and starts taking the lances he just set up down. Like hitting them and moving them and testing the head. And
you cut out.
He begins basically testing the lances.
Inspecting.
Inspecting the tourney lance.
Everything all right, Cal?
What? Oh, yes. Your father just apparently wanted to make sure the lances are untampered. I had just checked them, but I can check them again. Goes through it. Big rigmarole. Looks completely. It seems he's like, they look great. You do look across and you see Adam Dannett, and Adam Dannett looks across and he sees you, and he looks so sick. Like you can see quite clearly from the other side of the. He is 2 shades lighter, and his eye, there are dark rings around his eyes, and there is a sweat. And for how cold this morning is quite strange.
Yeah. Like a kind of confused, like a concern with him. Is he looking at me like angry, or is like it's just
he's
so
just
sick he doesn't
looking at you? It's just like a very like determined. You wouldn't say he's like filled with rage, but he's just looks very determined.
All right. Can't do much about it now, so I guess keep going.
All right. So it seems as everyone's kind of finished setting up, kind of you suddenly hear a fanfare of trumpets. And people are kind of paying more attention. Some people are kind of filing who are maybe hanging around the side. And people are coming to stand and watch. Chris, I don't know what you're doing. Are you coming to watch what happens? No? Doing other stuff?
No. Yeah, if I can find Claude, that would be ideal. If not, then that's totally fine, and I will do other things.
He's in the stands.
Okay,
he's watching.
Yeah. I feel like I have important information for him, so I'll go find him. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll just say, Clarissa, as you go to when you see Claude and you begin to go towards him, and as you go towards him, you look over and you do see Adam Dannett, and he looks so sick.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. But before we go fully with you, Clarissa, the trumpets, fanfare, and a man walks out and goes, "Today will be a test of honor before the Seven, under the High Septon himself." And standing up from the box, you see the High Septon, who is essentially the Pope, and he's got a little star hat on.
Is he shoeless?
You don't know. He's a thing
standing in a box.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the fancy Pope. The High Sparrow was until later.
No, yeah, no. This is the proper High Septon, quite old. And he just he says some things, but it's so quiet. And no one really hears him. And people would just go and after he sits down, people just
All right.
Encore.
Yep. The two combatants today,
Such a dumb hat.
Adam of House Dannett, and Henrik of House Weirlight. And there is just sort of a smattering of applause for either names. Everyone seems a lot more tense than anything. And after they say Adam's name, he slams it down onto his head.
Carefully put my helmet on him. My mother got this for me. It's a very nice piece of armor. I'm not fucking ruining this shit. No.
All right. You
Very
place the helmet on your head, lock it down. All right. A lance is handed to him. A lance is handed to you. And we're about to do some jousting shit. Okay, so
Get this joust on.
we'll get this joust on. All right, so jousting. Now jousting. I'm gonna put a little thing in there for you. Jousting.
A primer.
A primer.
Jousting for dummies. Had one
Yeah.
of those.
So in a joust, we're doing it live, people. There is no initiative roll. It is just two people, and you hit each other simultaneously. Whatever happens is resolved simultaneously. So no need for an initiative roll. Now, when you make an attack, it is a fighting test, and you get bonus dice from spears, as that applies with a tourney lance.
Mhm.
And a jousting attack is, by definition, a charge. So you will take a -1 die test on your fighting roll. Because that's how... but then, of course, +2 damage. A tourney lance will do your animal handling +3 base damage. +2 from the charge. So what is your animal handling?
Animal handling is 3.
Okay, so you will... your lance does 8 damage. So think about that. Now, of course, you both are wearing quite good armor.
Oh yes, I was going to ask about that. What should I add for my armor?
I believe this
Chainmail
is
right now.
right, because this is full plate, is it not, Vivian? So 10.
10.
Yeah,
Rating 10. Okay.
yeah, it's good stuff. So when you make an attack, basically both you're just going to make a chart, but then you have a chosen maneuver. I have given you the maneuvers that you can choose from. It is aggressive, braced, defensive, eyes fixed, or high in the saddle. They each give you bonuses and negatives to a pass. So you can kind of be thinking about what kind of pass you want to do. If Henrik's going to try and play it safe, or he's just like, all right, balls to the walls, let's do this.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah, that feels like Henrik. So your degrees of success sort of state the result. A critical failure, meaning you roll all, means it's a clean miss, and that's it. A failure means your lance shatters on the opponent's shield, but there's no other effect. A degree of success, you shatter your lance on the opponent's shield. Yes, there is. It's, I believe, a penalty of 6.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's a penalty of
Minus
6.
6 penalty, yeah.
Yeah, minus 6 penalty. On a degree of success, your lance shatters on the opponent's shield. The opponent takes damage and must succeed on a challenging 9 animal handling test or be unhorsed. 2 degrees, it's TN 12. 3 degrees, TN 15, and 4 degrees, TN 18. Now you
Well,
also
somehow he gets 5 degrees.
well, it doesn't get higher than
Okay.
that. You just will do more damage, so you might knock him unconscious before then. But we'll see, won't we?
Guess so.
All right, so Henrik, are you ready to joust?
Bring it. Let's go.
Alrighty then.
Oh god.
Bad feeling about this.
All right.
Cool.
Yes,
All right.
Destiny dice. We're good.
So,
Nothing else.
yep, the flag is raised up,
Okay.
and mhm. All right. So, also the difficulty of the test is your opponent's passive animal handling, modified by ride, of course.
Oh, I do have a fire dice in that. Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So you have a 3 in animal handling, so that's a 12, and then what? How many points in ride do you have?
2.
2. So 14. You are, you're like you got a pretty good hit. All right. So the flag is raised, lances in your hand. Both of you raise to salute. Like place down, and the flag is as it hits, and there is as you simultaneously kick your horses into, and you begin running down the pitch. So, Henrik, what's your maneuver?
I think the ones you just posted. I'm gonna go with aggressive.
Aggressive. All right. You focus on the ferocity of your attack, giving less heed to your own defenses, perhaps even lowering your shield more than is wise.
I know.
So you add a bonus of +1 or +2, your choice, to the result of your fighting test, and subtract the same amount from the result of your passive animal handling test. So easier for you to hit. So 1 or 2, Henrik.
Sure, 1.
1. Okay. So you have it's 13 to hit you, and you have a +1. So you are to now make a fighting test. That fighting test is -1 dice. You apply spears to it, and we are adding a +1 to the result of it.
Are we subtracting the die after the roll, or is there a way I can?
No, so you basically going to have to lower your fighting die
So,
by 1. That's like the essentially easiest way to do it.
But I can still use my spear for fighting.
Yes, spear specialties do still apply.
Okay. +1. All right, guys, here we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that hits. That for sure hits him. That is. Yep, that is a degree of success.
Nice.
That is 1 degree of success. So, yeah, your lance shatters on him, and now let's see how Adam does. Y'all ready for this?
Are you gonna hide these from us like you have some of your other rolls?
No, I'm
Awesome.
rolling out in the open.
I kind of
For
wish
this
it
one.
does. I don't know if I want to see this.
I'm rolling out into open.
Tell me how it is. I can't look.
Get your butt out of the microphone, please.
All right. Let's see. He he is actually also going to do aggressive, which is why that was. Yep. Sorry that. All right.
I know.
All right. So that is a +2. So yeah, he also gets a degree of. So, Henrik, right now I need you to make an animal handling test. And let's see if you can beat 9.
Add ride to this? Just straight thing.
That's a great question.
I would hope ride would be included in this.
I think so.
You do not. You do not apply ride. Unfortunately.
Ride was added to his passive defense.
Okay.
You're still helpful, so I'll still take it.
Still helpful, yeah. Let's see what happens.
Yes.
There you go.
12. Yep. The damage is applied normally.
You cut out.
Yes.
You're cutting out, bud.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Hi.
with you stay horse with the amount of armor you have on, you take no damage. Your armor reduces all of it to nothing as it shatters on your shield. And you shatter your lance, of course, as well, upon his shield. And okay, it's taking forever. Okay. Compooper running a little slow. Sorry about that. Running
okay, it's just building suspense.
slow. Yep.
Nettle, what do you have to say about this joust?
Mm-hmm.
If the cat shall compete.
Who's he betting on? Does he play
Choose your
bets?
champion, my cat.
Mm-hmm.
Nettle, what do you say? She's
Pure
just purring.
silence.
Indeed.
She's purring.
So, she likes
Excuse
it.
me.
She's entertained. The cat is the cat is entertained.
That's all we need. As long as the cat is entertained.
That's all I
Oh.
want here.
Yep, absolutely.
We have completed what we have set
So
out to do.
you have actually scored 2 degrees of success on him, and
Oh, shit.
yeah.
Bailey's just praying.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. He takes a good hit for that, and let's see if he is unhorsed.
Lances are no slouch, man. War lances are terrifying.
Unhorsed.
It was a TN-12. Great strike, and yeah, in the first passing blow, Henrik kind of rocks a bit, but you feel nothing as you turn around, and as Henrik you see Adam Dannett flat on his back off the joust. There is brief cheering. Many people are clapping. It looks like many people are happy with this result. A few are disappointed, maybe longer. And so Henrik, you won in the first round. It's pretty great.
Yeah, but what's Adam doing?
What's Adam doing? Is he?
He's just lying there, actually.
Oh,
I don't
no.
like that.
Oh no! That is not like
And
not even like.
after a few moments of him not moving, you see his maester begins to run over to him as a few of his the other knights kind of come over and begin kind of surrounding him and taking his helmet off, and they begin to sort of look at him and touch him and begin to sort of move him, begin to try and move him across the field.
And look to see if there's any blood around him or anything like that.
If you want to traipse your horse towards over there, all you get is from the people kind of rushing in, Henrik, a lot of flashes of hot, angry faces and a lot of those guys are glaring at you.
Oh, okay, I won't do it then. So.
Okay. But they if you just kind of walk past them, the rest of them sort of just carry Dannett off the field.
Okay.
And after a few moments of you kind of just sitting on your horse looking around, the king stands up. He seems to have shown up at one point.
Turned him. Yep.
Yep. Kind of lets he goes. Trial by combat was requested, and trial by combat has been. The warrior has smiled on the victors and proven their cause. Let no more be made of it, but let their victory be recognized, and the tourney continue. And a lot of people.
Oh, thank you, King.
Yeah. See a lot of people kind of like just whispering and talking to themselves, but there is definitely a large applause. It's quite a dutiful applause.
Just happy that the whole thing is over.
I have a slight random question.
Not really enthusiastic, yeah.
I have a slightly random question, sir.
Yeah, what's up?
Would Mariella be able to like recall the guards she talked to, like what they looked like, if there was anything distinctive about them? It's like, were they Kingsguard?
No, God no.
No. Okay.
No, they were gold cloaks.
Gold cloaks. Okay.
Yeah, no, you don't even know if those are the same. I would.
Well, no, like the ones that she just went down and like.
Yeah, you're not even sure if those two are the same guy anymore.
Okay.
It seems. Yeah, you're really not sure.
All right, got that.
But yeah, Henrik, the herald comes up to you and goes, "You have been slotted for the second round of the tournament."
Not right now.
No.
Okay.
Okay. He goes, "No, it's tomorrow."
Okay. Sorry.
No, but though it was a trial by combat, it technically was part of the tournament. So you move to the second round.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay. All right.
You will, if you wish to know who your opponent is, I would probably wait by the end of the day. You most likely will know.
Right. We were the first ones. That makes sense. All right.
No.
Thank you. I'm in shock. Like, I was like, "This happened here."
Yeah.
All right.
You won.
Hey. Yeah, you
I
go
guess
over.
I won.
Yeah, Kale, like helps you off the horse and like kind of smacks you around a bit.
Yeah. We got that.
You only feel it with the armor on. You're like,
Yeah. Cool. Good.
Like, do it harder.
Thanks, Kale.
Yeah. No, he congratulates you. Because told you you'd lay that prod out. Right. Well, that matter's resolved.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. He looked. I thought I wouldn't. It just feels weird.
Oh, I mean a bit, yeah. I mean, he didn't really get up. I thought he'd like. Yeah, I thought he was just lying there because he was, staring at the sky in disbelief.
That too. I think it's that, and he's not really hurt, but he didn't look good. And
Shrugs.
It does. I don't know.
We can check on him later.
Over. So.
But I mean, there's the tournament going on now. The festivities.
I guess I should kind of watch to see possibly gonna face tomorrow.
Sure, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you definitely see a lot of people seem to like. It was, the clapping is like okay, and then everyone else is kind of sticking. A lot of people are sticking around to watch.
Yeah.
Others aren't. Clarissa, yeah, you saw that whole thing. And Claude looks over at you and he's like, "Oh, cousin, hello."
Hello, Claude.
And you see his wife turn and goes, "Oh, Clarissa, hello. Good to see you."
It's good to see you too.
And Claude kind of looks at you expectantly.
We should speak away from.
Like, oh, of course, yes, about business. And she goes, oh, okay. And then she just kind of like turns and looks back at the everything else, and gets up and walks to kind of like near under the bleachers with you. And he kind of like turns and looks at you.
You saw it?
What, the Dannett boy about to vomit his own insides out? Yes, I saw that.
And the night before, did you see that as well?
I didn't think it was that. He just wasn't eating much, that I noticed. I thought he was paranoid.
Okay.
Perhaps he should have been. So that wasn't you.
I came here to ask the same thing, actually.
He stares at you and goes, well, at least we've established that. And like, there's not much we can do now. Henrik won, but I'm sure something is going to come of this.
It will be contested, I'm sure.
Probably. But, lucky for us, if Adam does die, none of his family are here.
Strange, huh?
Not particularly. His father's somewhat sick, and his sister is missing, and his mother
is here.
Like, yes, but he's not betrothed yet, which means he's still small folk, regardless of the coin he has in his purse. He can claim nothing.
You make a good point.
So, I'm sure it will be contested eventually, but little here have any say besides sworn knights, and kind of shrugs. His knights are small. They don't even have land. They have no voice. Yeah. So unless his his missing sister is somewhere here, we're fine. What?
Nothing.
Do you know something I don't?
Of course, I know many things that you don't, Claude.
Just like, you know what I mean.
We better pray to the seven that she isn't here. That she's far away.
She's gotta be.
Like, well, if you're worried about it, you could look around.
Yes.
Anyway, I have to get back. I have appearances to keep.
Indeed.
And he, with a swish of his cape, leaves you.
Can I, real quick, before we end that,
Sure.
think back to what I know of the jobs that Lars has performed?
Sure.
I don't know what they looked like, but I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, so that's going to be a memory, which is in cunning.
That's the first time I've ever rolled that skill. Useless dice before now. Okay. 23.
Well, yes, you remember in quite vivid detail. Almost all of Lars's jobs that you can at least impute to Lars have been like knife work, like murders mostly. If you're thinking, has he used poison? No, never and not once. He has taken a sword or a cudgel or a spoon one time and and just use that object to murder someone.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hey, don't underestimate a spoon.
I guess so. Yeah. If yes, that's great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And at any point you need to be like something specific about a person he's killed or murdered, you can just ask and I will tell you, because that was a very good result.
Right.
And so you it is fresh in your mind the murders Lars has committed, that you have no proof that it was Lars, but you know it was Lars.
Yeah, right. Perfect.
Because it's just like, well, I saw a man, like a man was seen who was closely shaved head, ugly, and big, and he seemed mean. It's like, wow, this way to describe every knife man in this. All right.
Yep.
Fantastic. So we I think we're gonna go to break, and when we come back, we're just gonna see what everyone's doing, because you did it. Suspicion is leaved, and everything's fine now. There's nothing wrong.
What could go wrong?
And everything's
We're
now
dancing with posies.
fine.
Why is there hesitance in your voice?
I don't know what you're talking about. So we're
He's
gonna
smiling
have
so wide.
a quick break, and let's see what our family does for the rest of their day, because most of the responsibilities are gone. All right. So when you get back, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.